Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Fire Station 49 Artwork Unveiling. And it's appropriate that this is the National EMS Week celebration as well. So welcome, everyone. Mayor Breed, thank you for being here and for your support of the fire department and of EMS. Welcome to Supervisor Shimon Walton, our Director of Cultural Affairs, Ralph Remington. I know we also have our Public Works Director here, Carla Short, and to our fire commissioners. Greetings, President Nakajo, Vice President Morgan, Commissioner Collins, Commissioner Frazier, thank you for being here. And any of the art commissioners, President Chuck Collins and others, welcome. I don't know all your names. I apologize, but welcome. And thank you for your partnership on this. To our my command staff that is standing behind me, I'd specifically like to point out our EMS command staff, Chief Sandy Tong, who is the the Deputy Chief of EMS and Community Paramedicine, and Chief Tangerlini, Chief Pang, Chief Gordon, and Chief Choker, who run EMS and Community Paramedicine. Also, thank you to the SFAC Public Arts staff, Mary Chu, Marcus Davies, Alita Lee. Thank you to Public Works, Kathleen O'Day in the house. Thank you so much, sister. You did a great job on this station from beginning to end for us, and we appreciate you. We need to clone you, so thank you. And I would also like to welcome our fantastic artist here, Michael Bartalos. But let's have Ralph Remington come up for some further opening remarks. Come on down, brother.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ralph Remington, Director of Cultural Affairs. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to Fire Station 49 as we celebrate National EMS Week and the unveiling of a new public artwork installation. I'd like to take a moment and thank the San Francisco Fire Department for hosting us today at Station 49, which opened just a little over 2 years ago, and for their close partnership and collaboration over the past few years as we work together on this incredible public art project. We are honored to have Mayor Breed, Supervisor Walton, Fire Chief Nicholson, and artist Michael Bertalos here with us today, who you will hear from in just a few moments. I also see and would like to welcome several arts and fire commissioners that are here with us today, as well as Interim Director of San Francisco Public Works, Carla Short. Welcome. The overall ambulance deployment facility Fire Station 49 project was managed by San Francisco Public Works. Construction began in 2018 and was completed in 2021. The San Francisco Arts Commission's public art program staff managed the artist selection and the installation process. The artwork titled Serving the City honors and highlights the incredible work of first responders who do so much for the city and the people of the city and county of San Francisco. And what better time than during National EMS Week to officially unveil such a magnificent and meaningful installation. Funding for this public art project was made possible through the city's Art Enrichment Ordinance, which allocates 2% of eligible construction costs from capital improvement projects for the commissioning of new public art. The artwork embellishes the vehicle and pedestrian entry and exit gates along Gerald Avenue and on McKinnon Avenue, and is comprised of overlapping stainless steel and painted steel cutouts that reference emblems, insignia, and badges associated with emergency medical response and are supplemented by iconography that illustrate general fire department operations as well as San Francisco's neighborhoods and landmarks. And now, to get this celebration underway, it is my sincere pleasure to welcome the Mayor, London Breed.
Thank you, Ralph. And I think the celebration has already started. So thank you so much. We are really grateful to be here. And you know what's interesting about today? People wonder, well, why do we have, the EMS team and everyone coming here together to celebrate this incredible artwork? Well, in light of everything that continues to happen in our city, it's so important that we take a moment to celebrate and to appreciate what we've accomplished. It's not just about this beautiful artwork, but it's about the process that we underwent to get to a place to even build Station 49 in the first place. It started when I was on the Board of Supervisors, and in fact, maybe even as far back as when I was on the Fire Commission, when we saw the previous conditions of what people in Station 49 were working under. They were out on the streets saving lives, the first responders in many cases, and they didn't have an appropriate facility. Then comes the union, and at the time, one of our deputy chief, Tom O'Connor, was the president of that union, harassing me every single day about making sure that Station 49 was in the next public safety bond. There were firehouses and other things that were getting taken care of, but not Station 49. Then 2016 kicks in, the Board of Supervisors made sure that it was an important part of what we needed to do. The fire department worked hand in hand to get the voters to approve it, and yes, they did. And we instantly got to work with Department of Public Works and the fire department leading the way on this extraordinary project. We broke ground 2 years ago, finally. We got to this place, an amazing facility. But the fact is, this is more than just about a facility. This is about public service and the people who represent the EMS division of the department. We know the fire department is beloved throughout the city because they save lives. But we also know there are so many levels of medical calls and challenges that we deal with in this city unlike ever before in light of what's happening around the opioid crisis that has been really challenging our city like nothing else has. And the people who are on the front lines helping us to deal with it, helping us to save lives, are a lot of the folks who come out of Station 49. The work that they have to do to package everything and get everything ready with their partners, and to also, without a lot of protection, be out on the scene in sometimes dangerous conditions, putting themselves on the line. The least we could do is make sure that they have a facility of this nature with some beautiful artwork that really truly represents the importance of their work. Because I don't know how you were able, Michael, to carve a drip bag, an IV bag in a metal situation, but you made it look good. So thank you for your creativity and being able to really capture the essence of San Francisco, but more importantly, the essence of what all of these public servants with the fire department, and in particular with Station 49, what they do to serve and protect the people of San Francisco every single day. So today is an occasion for acknowledging them. Yes, it's EMS week in the country, where we honor and recognize a lot of the courageous life-saving work that our EMS support does in our city every single day. And I know there was a great event yesterday at the San Francisco Public Library, and calling out some of those various stories and recognizing you. And today is just another part of recognizing your work and also celebrating what makes San Francisco so special, and that's art. Art brings people together. Whether you love it or you don't, it still sparks conversation. Whether it's visual or performing arts, people talk about what happens in San Francisco because we are dedicated to making significant investments and highlighting our city in so many different ways, whether it's with this gate or murals or other things. Part of our commitment to art has everything to do with how we invest the resources in order to get it done. So we see beautiful gates and things like this because of our commitment and our desire to continue to make those investments in artists who represent the very best of San Francisco. And Michael is exactly the kind of person who does that. So we are excited to be here to celebrate this milestone. I want to thank not only the commissioners, I think we have a quorum of arts commissioners here. This is the most exciting and enthusiastic bunch of people that I've ever worked with because all they do is fun stuff all day. They get to have fun and approve arts projects and give out arts money and, get thanked all day, every day for the great work that they do. So thank you, Ralph, and to the president, President Collins, and others, all of you, for all the amazing work that you do for San Francisco to make art an important part of it. And also we have a collection of our, a quorum of our fire commissioners who are here today as well. And they wanted to make sure that they were getting a part of the action. And of course, we're here in Supervisor Walton's district, really to highlight that this facility, one of the most important life-saving facilities in San Francisco with one of the most beautiful gates anywhere in San Francisco, is right here at Station 49. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here today.
Let's get another round of applause for Mayor London Breed. Thank you so much, Mayor Breed. And now it's my pleasure to welcome Supervisor of District 11, Shaman Walton.
Thank you. First of all, we are in District 10, everybody. So welcome to the amazing District 10. That's all right. That's all right. Hey, the sun is not here today, but what we do have to offer is, one, this beautiful facility, Station 49. We love our fire department here in District 10. In case you didn't know, not only do we have Station 49, we also have the training facility, which is on the way on Carroll. My staff and I had an opportunity to participate in fire ops to get a close, upfront look at the work that our fire department does. And so I just want to thank all of our firefighters for their amazing work and for everything that they do. And I think they deserve a wonderful hand for sure. And it's always great to come together and just celebrate the amazing, not only the amazing work of the fire department, but also bringing art back to an area and back to a space where it's much needed. If you look at the culture of the district, if you look at the culture of the fire department, combining art, saving lives, bringing everyone together, that's something that we need to celebrate and make sure that everyone is aware of is happening right here in our city. I want to thank the artists for the amazing work. I had a chance to finally go see and look at the gates, and I can tell you that when we have gates, the one thing that we want to make sure we do is make sure that they're welcoming, right? And those gates are welcoming gates. They have beautiful art, like the mayor said, being able to come up with those designs and then the intricacies of actually making that happen and carving it out. I don't know if that's metal or what material, but most certainly that is something that is beautiful and something that we need to celebrate. But I just want to say I appreciate having the opportunity to have a Station 49. I want to say happy National EMS Week. It's important that we celebrate all of our emergency medical service workers because at the end of the day, they do one of the most important things that you could ever do in providing service, and that's save lives. And so I want to honor them. I want to thank them. And just want to thank all of you for coming out to celebrate the beautiful art. Everyone has been thanked. Everyone has been acknowledged. And I just want to say I appreciate all of you. Welcome to the beautiful District 10, where we want to make sure that we do everything we can to support the work of our departments that need us and the folks who save lives, and of course, the folks who make our city beautiful with amazing art. So thank you so much. I forgot, but now I have the opportunity and the pleasure of introducing the chief of the fire department, Chief Nicholson.
Appreciate you. All right. Thank you, Soup. I will be brief, but again, thank you, Mayor Breed, for all your support. And this really has turned out to be a beautiful facility, and these gates are incredible. This was just a much-needed infrastructure project due to the increase in EMS call volume and the work that our folks do on the street. And I really want to give a shout out to all of our EMTs and paramedics that work on the ambulances, that work on our street crisis units, that are out there day in and day out. And, they do it because they love to help people, and it is really challenging. And so I just want to thank them again. And so I love this program in terms of how we beautify our public buildings. And when I started in the administration 5 years ago with Chief Joanne Hayes White, I got to be on the committee that got to choose this young lad right here. And I really appreciated we had someone from the neighborhood that was on it. And I really appreciate that. We don't want to just go into somebody's neighborhood and say this is what we're doing. So I just really appreciate the process, and it really speaks to the values that our city holds, and I'm really proud of that. And I'm no artist, let me tell you that right now. I also want to thank you, Michael, for doing so much great research to make this what it is. And if those of you who haven't seen it yet, there's a little panel on the side over here behind me that is a key to what everything means. And I learned a thing or two too, so so I appreciate that. And you just have mad skills. I don't know how you do it. I can barely draw a stick figure. So, but this is a meaningful and wonderful way to honor the people that work here, and it's a wonderful way to engage the community with this station. So thank you again, Mayor Breed, and everyone who had a hand in making this possible. And yes, go artists. That's what I got to say for you, Michael. Woo! And having said that, there's a whole list of wonderful accolades that Michael Bartalos has, but I'll just say briefly he's a visual artist, and he works in print, video, and sculpture, and fabulous gates as well. And he has worked with a multitude of, with Xerox PARC, the San Francisco Center for the Book, the Maryland Institute College of Art, National Science Foundation's Antarctic Artists and Writers Program, and his works have been exhibited internationally and are found in numerous artists' books collections, including those of the Getty Research Institute, MoMA, and the Walker Art Center. He attended the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, Pratt Institute, and Stanford University for an MFA. He lives and works in San Francisco, love that, where he serves as co-director of artmadehere.org and as the first affiliate artist of the California Academy of Sciences. And his work is online at bartalos.com. And I would like to now introduce the artist du jour, Michael Bartalos. There you go, brother. Good job. Good job.
Appreciate it. Absolutely. No, I got it. I'm not as talented as these speakers at off-the-cuff speeches, so I'm going to refer to my notes if you don't mind. I do have prepared remarks for you all. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for your introduction, Chief Nicholson. It was a real honor to work on this project. As a longtime resident of the city, I cherish opportunities to help enhance our neighborhoods and communities through art. Designing for a critically important facility such as Station 49 is especially gratifying. After all, where would we be without the amazing EMTs and supporting staff that drive through these gates around the clock, serving the city? My hat is off to them, and that's why I titled the artwork, Serving the City. From the outset of this project, I aimed to accomplish at least 3 things with the artwork. One was to communicate the SF Fire Department's mission, which is in part to protect the lives and property of the people of San Francisco. I did this by referencing emblems, insignia, and badges that express strength, courage, and commitment. They describe our EMS personnel's giving spirit and deep-seated sense of pride in their work, their teams, and their history. Another objective was to celebrate our city's greater fabric and character. our neighborhoods and landmarks, our buildings and bridges, our flora and fauna. This kind of imagery is peppered throughout the fence to describe San Francisco's unique features, past and present. And lastly, I wanted to engage viewers on a purely aesthetic level, to welcome them visually with bold, stylized, exciting designs. Designs that delight the eye, whether you're seeing them for the first time or the 100th. And this is important because ambulance drivers and staff pass through these gates incredibly frequently, often on long and challenging shifts. If the art's playfulness can bring a bit of joy to the start and end of their workday, I'll feel I've succeeded. Of course, this fence could not have been achieved without the help of so many others, and I'd like to extend a thanks to some of the key players. Let's start with SF Fire Chief Janine Nicholson. Chief Nicholson championed this project. Yes, she championed this project from its very inception with her infectious energy and wicked sense of humor. But when she calls you brother or sister, you better believe she means it. And that means the world to me. Thank you for having me as a brother here, Chief. Thank you also, Section Chief Craig Gordon. Your enthusiasm and involvement in every facet of the installation was key to its success. From accommodating our equipment and crew, to reviewing week-by-week progress, to poring over the signage details with us, your hospitality at Station 49 saw this project through. Big gratitude also to Deputy Chief of EMS Sandy Tong, Assistant Deputy Chief of EMS Niels Tangerlini, and the many, many other fire department personnel involved. Over at the SF Arts Commission, I'd like to thank my 3 project managers, Tricia Lagasso Goldberg, Jen Crane, and Marcus Davies, who saw the fence to completion. As my navigators on this journey, your guidance was simply invaluable. Much appreciation also to Civic Art Collection and Public Art Director Mary Chu, Communications Director Komate, Public Information Officer Edward Tom, and Public Art Project Manager Alita Lee, who was instrumental in producing the signage just outside the building entrance. As Chief Nicholson mentioned, the signage describes the meaning of all the artwork elements, so please do check it out. At the Department of Public Works, I'd like to thank Kathleen O'Day and Cham Tun and the rest of the team for their input and expertise. And last, but not at all least, tremendous kudos to J.W. Nickel at Rocket Science, who transformed my digital drawings into reality. J.W. coordinated all of the artwork fabrication, developed the 3D production files to make that happen, and even installed the artwork with his incredible team. And believe me, those steel panels are really heavy. JW, you are an awesome work partner and problem solver, and I thank you for going above and beyond to see this project through just as I'd envisioned it, down to the smallest details. Thank you everyone for your support. Have a great EMS week, and please enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you, and congratulations, Michael. This is wonderful, wonderful, just simply beautiful. Before we wrap up today and continue the celebration of EMS Week here in District 10, I'd like to take a moment and thank our wonderful public art program staff, including Mary Chu, Marcus Davies, and Alita Lee, and many others who worked tirelessly to complete this project. Thank you to the artists, our first responders, and once again, thank you to you all. I'd now like to invite you all to gather and all the speakers, department heads, commissioners, and command staff for a group photo in front of the artwork. Thank you so much for attending. Thank you.
Station 49!
A few photos, everyone have to